Introduction: the relentless pursuit of peak recovery. In the world of fitness and wellness, the conversation often revolves around the intensity of the workout. We track our miles, count our reps, celebrate new personal records. However, the true key to consistent progress is not just in the work we do, but in how effectively we recover from it. For years I, like many others, have chased faster recovery times and a way to soothe my aching muscles after a demanding training session. The quest for an edge led me to two popular, yet starkly opposite methods: the bone-chilling embrace of the ice bath, the deep penetrating warmth of the infrared sauna. Both promise a host of benefits: reduced inflammation, enhanced mental clarity. I decided to move beyond the anecdotal evidence and Instagram posts of elite athletes. I committed to a personal 30-day experiment, dedicating myself to exploring these two contrasting thermal therapies, and to see if one could definitively be called superior for recovery. My first encounter with the ice bath was a deliberate and calculated shock to the system. The protocol was to submerge myself in water chilled to a brisk 10 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Fahrenheit, for 10 minutes, filling the tub with cold water and bags of ice. I watched the thermometer with a sense of growing dread. The initial plunge was nothing short of brutal. My entire body screamed in protest as the intense cold enveloped my skin. Every instinct told me to leap out immediately. The first 2 minutes were a battle of sheer will, my breathing becoming rapid and shallow as my body went into a primal fight-or-flight response, a reaction known as the cold shock response. Overcoming that initial panic required a conscious effort to control my breathing, slowing it down into deep, deliberate inhales and exhales. This act alone was a powerful lesson in mind over matter. As my body began to acclimate, a strange numbness started to creep into my limbs, replacing the sharp, stinging pain. The blood vessels in my skin and extremities were constricting, a process called vasoconstriction. It shunts blood away from the peripheral tissues and towards the body's core to preserve heat, which in turn dramatically reduces swelling and inflammation in the muscles I had just worked so hard. By the 5-minute mark, a peculiar sense of calm had descended upon me. I could feel my heart rate, which had initially skyrocketed, begin to slow to a steady rhythm. Enduring the discomfort created a wave of endorphins, leading to a feeling of euphoria and heightened alertness once the session was over. In stark contrast to the aggressive shock of the ice bath, my introduction to the infrared sauna was a gentle and welcoming embrace. Unlike traditional saunas that heat the air around you to scorching temperatures, an infrared sauna uses specialized lamps to emit infrared light, and the light penetrates deep into the body's tissues, heating you from the inside out. Comfortable ambient temp, typically 45 to 60 degrees Celsius, 113 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Stepping into the wooden cabin felt like being wrapped in soothing, consistent warmth, very different from the aggressive cold I had endured. Sessions were planned for 20 to 30 minutes. The first 10 minutes were deceptively mild. I sat in the quiet warmth as my muscles slowly began to unwind. Then the sweat began. My heart rate rose, like a light cardio session, increasing circulation. Increased blood flow, or vasodilation, is the primary recovery mechanism. Heat widens blood vessels so oxygen-rich blood and nutrients reach tired muscles. That accelerates repair, reducing stiffness and improving flexibility. The warmth also seemed to trigger heat shock proteins, helping repair damaged proteins and reducing oxidative stress. Sauna, a sanctuary of profound relaxation. On sauna nights, my sleep was deeper and more restorative. Inflammation is the body's natural and necessary response to the stress of intense exercise. Micro-tears in muscle fibers trigger an inflammatory cascade that, in the short term, is essential for healing and adaptation. However, excessive or chronic inflammation can impede recovery, increase pain, hinder performance. Throughout my 30-day experiment, I paid close attention to how the ice bath and the infrared sauna each impacted this critical process. The ice bath's effect was immediate and undeniable. The intense cold causes powerful vasoconstriction, physically limiting fluid and inflammatory cells from rushing to damaged muscle. Ice bath reduces swelling. Sauna increases blood flow. Studies have shown cold water immersion can lower inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein after strenuous exercise. The infrared sauna approached inflammation from a different angle. Deep heat promoted vasodilation, increasing circulation. That enhanced blood flow acts like a cleanup crew, delivering oxygen and nutrients and flushing out inflammatory byproducts. It didn't give instant relief like the ice bath, but it helped resolve underlying soreness over the next 24-48 hours. Ultimately, the choice between hot and cold depends on your goal and timing. Not one better. Deploy the right tool for the right recovery phase. Delayed onset muscle soreness, or DOMS, is the familiar foe of anyone who pushes their physical limits. It is that deep, aching pain that typically sets in 24 to 48 hours after an unusually strenuous workout. The ice bath's primary contribution to fighting DOMS was its potent analgesic, or pain-numbing effect. The intense cold desensitizes nerve endings, providing immediate relief from soreness. After a 10-minute ice bath, I could walk down the stairs without the usual wince. However, some studies suggest frequent cold after strength training might blunt signaling pathways for long-term hypertrophy. You may also shut down growth signals. The infrared sauna's impact was more subtle, but deeply restorative. Permeating heat increased muscle flexibility and reduced stiffness from DOMS. Increased blood flow delivered nutrients and oxygen, the building blocks for repair. Sauna sessions left muscles more pliable and less locked up the next day, not just masking pain but supporting repair. After a month alternating both, a clear pattern emerged. Ice baths for acute, severe soreness after maximal efforts, infrared saunas for general recovery and combating training week stiffness. A strategic combination may be the most powerful approach of all. While I began this experiment focused on physical recovery, the most shocking result was how much it changed my mental state. The ice bath was a powerful stimulant for the mind. The initial shock, the battle to control my breath and stay calm. Each session felt like a small victory under choosing calm over panic. That practice built mental toughness that spilled into my workouts. I felt more capable of pushing through discomfort. Cold triggers a release of norepinephrine, affecting focus, attention, mood. Some studies show a 200 to 300% increase after cold immersion. After every ice bath, I felt a surge of clean, calm energy and clarity that lasted hours. The infrared sauna was the opposite mental journey, a haven of tranquility and stress reduction, enveloping warmth and quiet solitude, perfect for mindfulness. Heat helps lower cortisol. It felt like hitting a reset button for my nervous system, shifting from fight or flight to rest and digest. Sauna's big win: sleep. On sauna nights I fell asleep faster and experienced deeper restorative sleep, tracked on my wearable. In essence, the ice bath sharpened my mind for daytime challenges. The sauna calmed my mind for deep nighttime recovery. Both are powerful mental tools with distinct valuable purposes. To move beyond purely subjective feelings, I tracked several key metrics throughout my 30-day journey. This simple data provides a clearer, side-by-side picture. While this is a personal experiment, the numbers align with existing research. I measured perceived soreness, sleep quality via my fitness tracker, and general mood and energy. After an ice bath, average soreness 3 out of 10. No intervention, around 7. After sauna, typically 5. Cold winds for immediate next-day relief from acute DOMS. Sauna, nights about an hour before bed. Average sleep score, 91. Baseline nights, 82. Ice bath nights slightly lower than baseline, around 79. Cold too late can hinder wind down. Ice bath, post-session energy and focus 9 out of 10, activated and sharp. Sauna, relaxation 9 out of 10, deep calm and stress reduction. This solidified my experience. The ice bath is an upper for stimulation and fast pain relief. The sauna is a downer for deep relaxation, stress management, and promoting high-quality sleep. Safety must always be the first priority. For ice baths, start slow. First sessions 3 to 5 minutes, around 15 degrees Celsius. Never plunge alone. If you start shivering uncontrollably or feel dizzy, get out immediately. Colder and longer isn't always better. Avoid more than 10-15 minutes. Cardiovascular or circulatory issues, consult your doctor. Cold shock spikes blood pressure and heart rate. Warm up slowly after as avoid rapid hot showers. Sauna safety, hydration and duration. Drink water before and keep water on hand. Start at 10-15 minutes, progress to 20-30. If lightheaded, nauseous, or dizzy, exit immediately. Avoid alcohol. After 30 days of shocking my system with ice and soothing it with heat, my conclusion is clear. The debate is not about a single winner. They are two different tools for two different jobs. The optimal strategy is a when and a why consideration. Use the ice bath as a precision tool after your hardest workout, or when you must perform again soon. Use the infrared sauna weekly to manage stress, improve sleep, reduce systemic inflammation, and support long-term repair. Practical plan. 5 to 10 minutes of cold after the hardest session. 20 minutes of sauna on rest or light days. Always prioritize safety and start slowly. If this breakdown helped and you want more evidence-based strategies, like this essay and subscribe to Ask FitTech. Your journey to peak performance is just beginning.